Hey, what's up? I'm here to make a tier list. I've been wanting to make this tier list for a long time. Calamity, EXU, etc., is done. So we're getting back into campaign 3. And so I figured, why not rank all the player characters of Critical Role? That's what I'm gonna do. The player characters specifically are going to be main cast. Oh, Jesus. Please stay. Please stay. Cool. We were talking. Maybe that'll be good. We're not doing one-shots. We're not doing any of the guests. We are just doing the main cast, but we are including Dorian. I know that's a guest, but he was on long enough and had a long enough arc that I considered him to be main cast for campaign 3. The ranking we got Dust of Deliciousness. We know what that means. We got Clutch Counterspell, great. Your favorite shopkeep, perfect. Under that we got, it just hits. It just hits right. Doors, trash. Icky Thong, the worst of the worst. I'm probably not going to put anyone in Icky Thong. That's kind of rude. But again, this is about the characters. It's not about the players themselves. So I feel like all of them are pretty good. Sometimes they might irk you a little bit, but that's fine. They're people. These characters are a little bit of an extension of themselves, but that doesn't mean we can't, we can have our favorites and we can rank some of them lower. There's no hate. It's all love. So let's get started. Starting off, we have Ashton. To be fair, I don't like Ashton. I know a lot of people in the fandom love Ashton. I'm not a big fan. Ashton keeps a lot close to their chest. That's fine. There's not a problem with that, but they also do expect other people to relinquish information. And there's a lot of, we'll talk about that later. I feel like it's a lot of, it's a hindrance on the party, so that's gonna be Doors. Sorry. Next is Bo. Marisha, I feel like got a lot of hate from campaign 1. Campaign 2, I think, was a better showing. Marisha really kept track of what she was doing as Bo, all of her abilities, etc. As a result, my camera keeps overheating. I need to figure that out. Anyways, back to Bo. As a result, I think, I don't even know what I was saying. Marisha's great as Bo. That's it. She's funny. She's more on top of her skills, abilities, etc. She takes great notes. I mean, that's just Marisha as a player, but I feel like she was really able to synergize, I guess, with how she plays as a player with the character that she had. It was perfect. Bertrand, Belle, that's Clutch Counterspell for sure. I think Travis was great as Bertrand. We all love Grog. Ford was great. Bertrand, I think it showed how funny to me Travis could be. Everyone kind of harps on Sam as being the comedic relief in his play, but Bertrand, really funny. Travis is an old man. It makes sense to me. He's not even old. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, he's not even old, but he plays old really well. I'm afraid that I might have lost some footage, so I'm just gonna say again, if it got cut out, Marisha's great as Bo. That's it. Bertrand, Travis is great, really funny. Caduceus, now compared to Ashton, Caduceus is prime. I'm gonna put Caduceus at Clutch Counterspell, much better than Ashton to me. The play of a high wisdom, low intelligence, Taliesin did that really well. Just kind of being there, trying to be helpful. He still had a little bit of that Taliesin flair of just oh yeah, I'm kind of judging all the people I'm with, but the way he went about it was a lot better to me than with some of his other characters. Caleb, Dust of Deliciousness. Caleb is a tragic character. I think it's a well-written character. I also just love that Caleb loves his friends. He's very aloof. He's very sad. But, he grows to enjoy the relationships that he's had. And I just think it's a great character. And when you get the little moments of fun with him, it's I feel like it's well-earned, well-deserved. Chetney is absolutely Dust of Deliciousness. Gonna put him above Caleb. Again, Travis as a funny character is amazing. Travis is very comedic and not in just a grandiose, I'm Grog, I'm loud, I'm stupid. I think he's just very funny. And Chetney is a great way to show that off. Plus, he gets to be a werewolf finally. So, Chetney for sure. Dust of Deliciousness. Dorian, favorite shopkeep. He's nice. I like him around. I think he fit in well with the group. He was a good new get to have if he was going to be playing for a long term on the third campaign. And I feel like he learned a lot since even EXU, and it shows. Fern, Dust of Deliciousness. Best Ashley character, don't at me. Yasha's hot, sure. You know, big buff woman. But Fern, perfect. Now that Ashley gets to be here for the whole campaign and doesn't have to leave to film, this is what we wanted. Fern is it. We get Ashley to be comfortable. Ashley knows her stuff. We finally get to see I think the best of Ashley in this campaign. Ford, I'll give Ford favorite shopkeep. I did like the story of Ford. I did like, you know, he was hiding a little bit. That was kind of sick. That little reveal of the slow reveal of like who he actually was, who he was impersonating. That was nice. I also did like that Travis got to be smarter than Grog, because watching campaign 1, sometimes you can see that Travis was getting a little bit frustrated because he was supposed to play stupid and he couldn't strategize. Ford was great at strategizing, so, and I think Travis is good at that too. So having Travis be a smarter character, that was a good play. FCG, obviously Dust of Deliciousness. Sam, again, funny. Just very funny, but also really, like, heartfelt. And I can see that that's probably going to happen with FCG, with their past. And it is nice to see that Sam isn't playing a ha-ha funny. Compared to Scanlan, who is very over the top. FCG, it's just nice to see him being like, oh, I'm here to help. I'm just a nice guy. I don't need money, etc., etc., etc. Even though we know the reason why he doesn't need money is because just Sam doesn't want to deal with counting money and keeping track of that. FCG is a great character. Dust of Deliciousness for sure. Very funny. Love him. Grog, clutch counterspell. It's the classic big tough but also big soft kind of thing. His relationship with Pike is very cute, and it's a good character. Same thing with Legend of Vox Machina version. It's basically more of the same, and there's nothing wrong with that. Anyways, we're on to Imogen. I love Imogen. You know, it's just a cool character. There's nothing that I'm like really like over the moon about. Not saying there's anything wrong with Imogen. I just like the character. So I'll just put it in favorite shopkeep. There's nothing that's like making me be like, oh my god, Imogen's the best. Jester, on the other hand, obviously there's a lot going on with Jester that we just all love. Dust of Deliciousness for sure. Some people, I think a very few amount of people that I've seen have said that Jester's annoying, but like they're wrong. So whatever. And this tier is named after Jester. Dust of Deliciousness. That kind of play is amazing. Terrible cleric, but also a great cleric. I mean, trickster, right? So perfect. Keyleth in the campaign just hits. I got what she was trying to do, I guess, but like random things like fighting with Chemo was kind of weird, and like in the beginning, and then also I don't know, I feel like there was like moments of self-reflection that didn't make sense of like, why are we doing this, but then like in the moment it seems fine to you. Like some of the character development just seemed to come out of nowhere. That's it. I mean, Keyleth to me got better over time, was funny, made some good moves, had good intentions, but other than that, didn't really relate or find a connection with Keyleth. But the animated series, I would say clutch counterspell. I think having this character more fleshed out written made it that much better. I love Keyleth in the animated series. Yeah, it would be nice to see the goldfish death scene one day in the animated series. Cool. Laudna, Dust of Deliciousness. Funny, amazing, great story, great reveal. Marisha came up with something amazing here. So I'm going to give that a Dust of Deliciousness for that alone. Great. And then the way she plays just this very tragic character that's also kind of like unbothered by it. You can't ask for more. It's like that kind of vibe is like sick. Molly, Doors, sorry. Everyone loves Molly. I feel like we didn't get a chance to really connect with Molly, so I don't understand why everyone loves Molly so much. Molly had some good moments with Bo, I guess. But Molly wasn't in the campaign. So people saying like, oh my god, Molly's so great, it just made no sense. Molly was an asshole, let's be honest, and continued to be an asshole after being saved. But like that's the character, sure, but like that's all we really ever got from Molly. Anything else was like kind of deduced from like Tox Machina and Taliesin, but like that's not the character that we saw, so I'm not going to make a judgment based on that. So doors, sorry, doors. Hate doors. Not favorite shopkeep. Funny, cool story. I like Sam comes up with like little like secrets, I guess, things that happened in the past that we don't know about or have another side to the character. Nat was one of those. Honestly thought she was a goblin I mean, that was the whole point, but then, you know, she wasn't. A little racist, Sam, against goblins, but that's fine, I guess. Orem, dust of deliciousness, because Orem's just a guy. Liam is such a theater kid and makes, like, loves to act. I can tell. Like, role-playing, Liam loves. Chews up the scenery, and not in a bad way. Orem is literally just there, and that's amazing. You know, he's just like, let me just take a step back, and I'm just kind of here for the ride. Loves his friends. I think that we're all average. Orem is the most average person you can be in a D&D campaign, I feel. So, kudos. Percy, favorite shopkeep. I like Percy. I like Percy better than the other two characters of Taliesin. Ashton and Molly. Same kind of thing, a little bit of an asshole, but like, I like him more. I feel like he had a little bit, there's just something a little bit more personable, even though he was the most aloof out of all of Talison's character, but I feel like he seemed more like an actual person. So now we're on to, I mean, I think I said enough about Percy. Animated Percy, a little bit better counter spell for sure. I think Taliesin and Marisha in general, they make cool characters. I think they work, no, not even necessarily. From the beginning, the script helps, I think. It keeps all of their ideas a little more focused, and the personalities of their characters are focused, so we get the best of them. Pike from campaign 1, favorite shopkeep, nice cup of tea to come home to. Pike in the series, definitely dust of deliciousness. It gives, we finally get more of Pike because, again, Ashley was gone during filming. Pike in the series is better, I think, for that. I think the voice that she used for Pike in the series is very reminiscent of Gale, that character. So, dust of deliciousness all around. Scanlan, I mean, yes, cocky, like classic, like very classic Barty, but just the fact that Sam sang everything really just hits it home. The people now just can't, you can't be a bard without like disappointing anymore, because Sam did that. Animated series, same thing. Even with licensing issues, not being able to do like parodies of all that stuff, the fact that we have Beads of Love, that's enough. Tarian, clutch counterspell, because just not as good as Scanlan, but we do love Tarian. Super funny. Doty, cocky, gave me some like Gilderoy Lockhart vibes, but better. Tiberius. Forgot Tiberius was on this list. I said no one was going to be on the Icky Thong, but I think Tiberius has to be there, right? The thing with Tiberius is, Tiberius had some funny moments, and there were some good, like, there were just some good moments with Tiberius. But if we even take away all the drama that came with Tiberius, the cocky, like, it's a cockiness that surpassed a Taliesin character. We're talking just rude, talk shit to Scanlan, force Scanlan to give up a magical item that he had, would waste time not paying attention, the whole shopping thing, obviously. It wasn't good. It's really rough, unfortunately. I could give him doors. Nah, we're sorry, Icky Thong. Vax, shopkeep. I mean, just classic edgelord. Nothing wrong with it, but nothing that really hit home. However, animated Vax clutch counterspell, I think it's because we haven't gotten to Raven Queen stuff yet, so there's still some like happiness there in Vax's character in the animated series, so I'm gonna go with that. Veth, same thing, favorite shopkeep. It's still not. It's just we know more information. Vex, same level as Vax for me. A little greedy, but you know, that's just your character flaw. Vex in animated series, same thing. I don't really know. Yasha is favorite shopkeep. I think a lot of Ashley's characters just suffer from the fact that she had to film stuff. So, but there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, I'm gonna put Percy down to just hits to show how much more it's not to say that this one's worse, but I think I just want to show how much more I like the animated series version of Percy. Yeah, I think this is pretty sick. No, even Pike to me should not be in the same rank as Fern. Fern to me is just that much better. So this is definitely the list. I'll put Grog ahead of Caduceus. I'll put Bertrand ahead of Caduceus. Keyleth and Pike I'll put together. Tarion above, not Pike, Percy. That. These all, campaign 1, animated series definitely belong in clutch counterspell. I guess I just have a bias for campaign 3. I really like the characters in campaign 3, and I think that just shows how much they've grown as players. So yeah, that's it. This is the definitive tier list. This is the only correct answer, and thank you for watching.